It was like a Coen Brothers movie with a rampaging bear. And I really like the Coen Brothers, so here we are. O'Shea and I met in Santa Barbara a few years ago. We follow each other on Twitter. He retweeted the tweet that I was doing this movie, so I knew he was interested, and little did he know I had a role for him in it. So I just called him. That was easy. Alden was Han Solo, so like Lord and Miller, and we are all, like, I think he's an incredible actor. I was thrilled he signed on. Margot Martindale I worked with on Mrs. America, and as soon as I read the script, I knew she was Ranger Liz. Jesse Tyler Ferguson and I have been friends for 25 years. He did me a favor being in this movie. Who else? Brooklyn and Christian were both on 2 shows that my kids and I all watched together. So Brooklyn was on Home Before Dark, and Christian was on Sweet Tooth, and we were like obsessed with those shows. So those were our kids. I mean, it was really kind of, we got it from all over the place. And then Scott Seiss was a TikTok star. It's the combination of things that's always fun. You know, it's the comedy and the horror that hopefully keeps people interested. And then the characters, it's great characters. So I'd love to take these characters on another journey.
Banks had a vision of it from the beginning. She knew the tone. And when she told me she was going to get Margot Martindale, I was like, oh, I'm in. It was like a Scooby-Doo movie. Like everyone was in their own movie. You know what I mean? We were all circling with our own stories to the center. And I was in like the mom and kids and Jesse and Margot's story. So we call them the kids. They were in their own story. It was in the middle of COVID and the world was so hard and so crazy. And we were like, let's just go have fun. Let's make this crazy, insane, fun thing. And that's what it was.
I saw that Elizabeth had got the rights to a movie called Cocaine Bear, and immediately my thought was, they'll never get this movie made. And then I retweeted it and told them, take my money. She saw the tweet because she follows me, called me up, was like, hey, you want to be in it? And I said, absolutely, let's do it. Wherever Shay is, Shay's gonna have a good time. So, I got along with Alden, from the jump. Great chemistry, great crew. Elizabeth, she's an actor's director, kind of like a player's coach. She knows how to speak your language because she's been in your shoes. So I had a great time. Don't go. That's my #1 survival tip for any situation. Just don't go. You'll be safe. I'm a PlayStation man.
Shooting in Toronto, and I just got home from a work day, and my mom was like, oh my gosh, and I just hear her laughing in the bedroom. She's like, you just got this audition, like the script is hilarious, but don't freak out, it's about a bear on cocaine. And I was like, okay, first, what is cocaine? And she was like, she had to explain it, and then I basically, I didn't read the script, because, it's pretty, and she just, taught me the sides, and I was like, I just fell in love with the sides and the character, and I filmed it, and, I was all, greasy and, from working, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna get this, and, 2 weeks later, they were like, you got the job, and I was like, I freaked out, and when I saw that Elizabeth Banks was directing, I love the Hunger Games, but I just love her and how her story from an actor to a director came to be, and I was automatically screaming. When I got to set, it was they had the Chattahoochee National Forest all set up, and that was my first day with Christian, and I just walked on set, and Elizabeth was in this blazer, I'll never forget, this blazer, this business suit, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. This is already gonna go great. And we shot 2 scenes the first day, and Elizabeth was just so hands-on, so telling people left and right, just talking to everyone was amazing. The director I want to be when I grow up. And the cast, there was Alan, who played the bear, crawling around on his stilts. It was hilarious. So that was my first day on set. Pretty wild one. When they walk into that movie, they're not expecting when they come out to be like, what did I just watch? This is gonna go down as one of the greatest movies in history just because it's like so out of the box. And the fact that it's inspired by true events. People are gonna see this bear on cocaine on the front and are going to see Keri Russell and Ray Liotta and O'Shea Jackson and are just gonna immediately be drawn into the theaters and then come out like they're mind blown.
I thought, what is Cocaine Bear? What is it about? Then they said it's about a bear that does cocaine. And then you go, are you serious? And then you find out that they are serious. And then you read it. And it's this crazy, zany, fun, exciting movie. And I think it's so cool of Universal and the people who put it together to take this big swing and do this crazy, wacko movie on this scale. It's really fun and unexpected. It was so fun. I mean, Elizabeth Banks created such a great environment, and it was so laid back and just a lot of fun. We had a great time making it, and that's the kind of feeling you want, especially when you're working on a movie like this, is to be genuinely having a good time. And thanks to her, we really were. I mean, I'm more afraid of bears now than I was. Not that it's bears' fault, but I just watched a lot of bear attack videos getting ready for the thing.
So if I were to say fight, flight, or party with Cocaine Bear, you would say flight?
It depends on whether it's a brown bear or a black bear.
It was an audition that got me into a part. Well, Elizabeth Banks also saw my TikToks, I think is what happened. Yeah, and she thought those were funny, and she was like, what if this guy was in mortal danger? What if this guy was screaming as loud as he could? So I did a self-tape and, got the part, and now I'm in the movie. Oh yeah, I was into it. I love horror. I love stuff like that. It's funny so when I got the message for the audition, it was a Facebook message from the casting director, went to my spam folder on Facebook. Went to my spam. I didn't see it for like weeks. And then and all I saw was the subject line, cocaine. And I was like, well, that can't be real. That can't be real. And then I opened it up and I saw Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, Elizabeth Banks. And I was like, did I miss this? Did I miss this? But I, did it. That's why I answer every spam email now. I think it's a movie.